let's move on to day number 2 here for the press conferences, which would be Monday, June 13th. Microsoft is number 1.
Number
if I remember correctly, it's 11:30 Pacific time.
Yeah, it's something like that.
Something like that. I say we should probably start discussing some of the console stuff. The Xbox One is rumored to be getting a slim version released in August.
Yeah.
Because
the honk and tonk box down there doesn't need to be honk and tonk anymore because
originally
it's not always online.
Originally designed, as an always online.
It was made to
box.
run as long as possible, never turn off. So that was the important thing about it. It was made so the console could breathe. Now it doesn't have to do that.
If there's something that I definitely know, it's that thing is goddamn silent. Yeah, and good luck overheating it.
You can't overheat it. They are not going to repeat the Red Ring of Death thing again.
No, apparently not. But I hear that they're coming out with a slim version of the Xbox One, which I think it's a good time for it. Yeah, I think that's perfectly acceptable at this point.
Yeah. I'm not going to be buying it.
The bigger news is the rumored Project Scorpio.
I'll be buying this one.
This bad boy is supposed to be a supercharged Xbox One, set to compete with the still rumored, not confirmed, PlayStation Neo.
These rumored mythical beasts are competing with each other.
PlayStation Neo with 4.14 teraflops. This
I love
bad boy wants to pull off 6
teraflops.
Oh my goodness. Anyway, so with all this power, as far as, people are throwing rumors around, I mean, nobody knows what the legitimacy of this stuff is. Apparently, it's confirmed amongst back sources. But this bad boy is set to be pretty goddamn powerful. Rumored to be partnering with Oculus to get into the VR department. Kind of makes sense. Like, if you're gonna make a box that powerful, you're gonna want to do something with it.
Oh my.
Think about
that.
Yeah,
they're setting this thing up to compete with the super heavy computers when all the VR games come out.
Yes,
all those VR games will be coming out, and they're gonna say, "Nope, can't run on your PS4K." But that whopping 6 teraflop Xbox, you pull it off over there. Sure, port it.
Oh my goodness. Anyway, that's it. Is that what these consoles are trying to do? Put off a new system that's going to be able to utilize VR as VR slowly begins to blossom amongst this day and age. We're still waiting for PlayStation VR to come out. Yeah. I heard other rumors about PlayStation VR not doing so. Going to run terribly on regular PS4s or something. But according to Sony, not so much, since they have standards that everything has to work on everything. There's no exclusivity between Neo and blah blah blah. Anyway, this is Microsoft's time to shine.
Microsoft's time to shine is simply they're going to be releasing wherever this mythical Scorpio beast is coming in. It's going to be releasing probably after this PS4K.
I heard late 2017.
If it is that late, that's going to be so long to have bought an Xbox One. And at that point, it's like, do you want to jump to the nicer new one? And I bet anything, the Scorpio box is not going to have any exclusivity problems at all. At this point, it's going to be so late in the game to where it's like, you already had your console. You had so long to buy your console, and now we're going to warn you well ahead of time.
Well, okay, so
that's the best thing Microsoft can do. They can warn us way ahead of time that this thing is going to be coming. And unlike the PS4K, where everyone was like, "What? I just bought this thing." It's like, well, the thing ain't coming out for the next 2 years.
Well, think of it like this. Or something. Why would they announce a slim version if they're going to announce a Scorpio? Which leads other people to believe that they might not announce Scorpio at all this E3.
I absolutely think they won't.
I mean, there's no point. I mean, especially if you do, assuming these rumors are true in any way, shape, or form, if you have a slim coming out, potentially August of this year, which seemed perfectly logical in my opinion.
I heard it was supposed to be small.
Oh yeah. You're right. It's supposed to be reportedly the smallest Xbox they've ever made. 40% smaller than the smallest Xbox numbers. Or something.
Yeah. 40% than the smallest one, the original 360 Slim. Okay, the final one, that one you never even saw because we already had a 360 for the longest dang time.
I just
that thing
checked.
is a sleek box.
I just checked. I swear that thing was released 2015.
It was.
That's bananas.
Yeah, it released when the Xbox One was releasing. They're like, there's still a great
Variations.
backlog of games on this thing. And to be fair, older consoles, they do have a backlog of games. And if you don't have that console, you have not played those games unless it's like cross-compatible and you play it on a different system
working
or
into
whatever.
the new generation and that kind of thing, I would say even our backlog of games for our Xbox One, for our PS4, is growing pretty nicely.
Oh, absolutely.
At this point.
Things are moving.
So, getting a cheaper, slim version of the Xbox One sounds pretty cool. I hear it's also rumored to be putting out 4K video support, which makes sense. It's like, I can get a 4K player for my living room. You know what I mean? Wow. There you go. See, now that
might be
makes
the
sense.
cheapest 4K player? Maybe.
Again, rumored. But, okay, back to the Scorpio thing. There is another thing they're working with this thing. This beast with 6 teraflops. 6 whopping teraflops. Of the ability, they're working on another project called Project Helix to help meld Windows and Xbox together better. They're trying to close
has
that
been
gap.
talking about this forever.
I mean,
trying to merge the console with Windows.
What's their 2 powerhouse brands?
Xbox
of Microsoft.
and Windows.
Xbox and Windows. Those are their 2 most powerful brands they have.
Yeah.
So merging them, I mean, you've seen that they're constantly doing, trying to get all these different things over. They just got Halo 5's Forge. They're moving towards that. They said that's coming out soonish. I would not doubt that eventually we're going to see, Halo on the PC. Halo 5 specifically might be one of the first ones, and this Forge is just a sneak peek.
It absolutely will. It's going to be a test bed. That's what it'll be.
Also, my last theory about, my last theory for Microsoft here is that the Halo 5 Forge mode for PC it's going to be announced more so, because I heard it was like a beta-ish thing right now.
Oh, okay.
But they're going to announce it at E3. They're going to show it, and that way they don't have to show what's the next Halo game. Where's our next Halo? Where's Halo 6?
That'll be the Halo slot in there. So,
yeah, to cover the Halo base.
Try it now, right now.
As far as I heard, they have Halo Wars 2 coming to PC as well.
Oh, of course. Well, that's made for PC.
Showing, Halo moving over to the PC side.
Yeah, and that's good. That's good. Get more people's hands on it.
Exactly. So, looking at some of the other things, is there anything else you're excited about for Microsoft? Yeah.
Well, okay. The fact that they have this whopping 6 teraflops in this Scorpio unit, okay, and the partnership with Oculus, obviously they're trying to make a box, okay, that's going to work with VR games in the future,
Yeah.
PC is always ahead of the consoles. As soon as the console releases its specs, they're like, ha, that was yesterday.
Yeah.
Every time. Yes. So now with this supercharged Xbox One.
Could it be, like the PlayStation Neo and the Scorpio, could this be the next generation jump for console gaming? As this is your upgrade.
No, here's the thing.
There isn't an Xbox One 2. This is your next upgrade.
Why there's not a second number? Is because just like at least just like the 360, okay, that thing they said could live forever. Yeah. They said it lasted 10 years. Okay, that thing could have kept rolling. I mean, it was sitting on 10 years worth of backlog patches and stuff. The UI ran slow as all but. It's like, come on, I hit the home button at least 15 seconds ago.
I hated that thing.
But that's the thing, is that, okay, these boxes, okay, they're going to be running the same games, and they're making it arguably like PC, okay?
Yeah.
At least I can argue with the Xbox One Scorpio edition, okay? It's like an enhanced Xbox. It's going to be running all the same stuff, except now I can take advantage of a better processor, better graphical unit, more storage probably, for these bigger, more grander games that can utilize something like VR, you know? They're future-proofing this Xbox, okay? And the fact is, it's still running on all the same programs, and it's important that they're not making a new generation, okay? Where they're changing everything on how this thing runs, okay? This allows developers to continue to develop for the same core set of programming, and they're going to know that their games are going to be compatible with the system regardless of whether
it's
you have this old
developing into
one
the
or
same
this new
ecosystem.
one. Yeah. It's the same ecosystem is what they're doing. So they're making it as accessible as possible so you don't have an intro drought. Okay? And the factor is, without calling this a next-gen console, then there's not a big firm separation. Is it this or is it this? If both the PS4 and the Xbox One came with full backward compatibility with the 360 and the PS3, people would still probably be complaining at launch saying there's nothing to play on my PS4. It's just a PS3 box. Or there's nothing to play on my Xbox One. It's just an Xbox 360 box. You know? Without tacking a new name on it, They are granting it the entire backlog of the Xbox One or the PS4.
That's assuming that it will have that's assuming it won't have any exclusivity, though.
Xbox One, I think, can take full advantage of exclusivity because they're going to be so late in the game compared to Sony. Sony, I mean, I just bought my dagnut PS4. It's like, come on,
I know.
Flips table, I'll admit I'm a little late to the race, but I don't think I was that late. I bought it for the holiday season. So, I don't know. If an Xbox One came out with the Scorpio and they said, hey, it's going to be out by Christmas, I was like, oh, come on, man. I'd be ticked off. I'd be kind of ticked off. But right now, this thing is guaranteed. I don't even think it's going to be out by next Christmas. I think we're going to see it at E3 hinted next E3.
I like how Xbox and Sony right now, or Sony and Microsoft are setting themselves up right in line with the NX release. They're like, oh yeah, remember that NX, that's supposed to come out and be all like super powerful? It's not going to compete with our next consoles. All these upgraded ones that make it even still better than the NX. Surprising. Okay, so let's get on to the games of Microsoft.
Yes.
There's not much for me. I understand, Halo's probably not going to get announced or anything like that. We have the Rare Pirate MMO.
I forgot about that.
Kind of excited about that. I'm also extremely nervous about that. I'm
extremely skeptical of it. I saw it and I was like, hey, this is cool. I was
Sounds
like, wow,
cool
this
on paper.
Really neat. Yes, on
looks
paper.
neat, but
that was the thing, is that I saw it and it looked really neat and it almost convinced me. And I was like, yeah, I'm just kind of skeptical of this. I don't know how this is going to turn out. Maybe it's free to play and then it's like, ugh, it's got that title on it. I don't even want it to be near it.
Well, what is it?
Yeah,
is it going to be free to play? I would assume. Do you have to pay a subscription for it? Yeah. Is it an MMO? Is it just a Destiny style?
They could totally make it free to play, and then it's like the allure to play with all your friends on the same boat and pilot your own ship and stuff. And some guy mans a cannon. It's like, ooh, I want to do that, but
sounds cool.
Yeah, it sounds cool.
We'll see what happens.
I forgot about that.
Scalebound,
I am totally excited for. I am totally skeptical. I think it's going to be.
I'm actually
I think it's gonna play
excited about that one.
You are?
Oh yeah, I think I heard it was delayed-ish. But honestly, by the way that the game looked, it looked like they had a really cool concept on their hands. Mm-hmm. If they're delaying it to further polish it, I don't care. Yeah. Make it as awesome as you possibly can. I think it's a cool concept. I can't wait to see it.
I'm gonna diss it with love here, and say that I thought it looked like Devil May Cry 4, where it's just like you have your room, all the focus is on the combat.
It looked much more open world. I was thinking more Xenoblade.
Xenoblade, yes, probably.
Monster Hunter-esque.
Oh, absolutely like that. That's absolutely what I'm talking about. The factor is it's so much polish on the characters and the combat and stuff, and not nearly enough polish on the environments. I saw the environments last E3. I was surprised they even showed
Xenoblade issues.
It seemed like it was running at a slow frame rate
Monster Hunter too, don't they? They have issues like that too.
Yeah, well, it's a certain form of game design.
Reminds me of fighting games.
Sure,
racing games.
Yes, absolutely. There's no environmental detail in those except the rain on the road.
We do have Gears of War 4, which is releasing this October. So I'm not assuming like a big thing for it. Maybe just a nice trailer. The game's coming out soon. Don't forget to buy it.
I think. It's gonna be like them showing a campaign mission, They're gonna show some big campaign mission. It's like, wow, that action was crazy. When can I play it? Oh, you can get it this October.
Exactly. Recore.
I
think that was also delayed.
Well, they didn't show anything for it anyway. They shouldn't have put if that thing was delayed, we shouldn't have even had a launch window for it.
I feel ignorant for what I'm about to say, but maybe Ori and the Blind Forest get a sequel or something. I don't know how the game ends because I've never played it. Yeah. First of all, but insanely successful as far as I heard. So,
I was on that dashboard.
I wouldn't doubt, that they do have some kind of sequel for it.
Sure.
Something along the lines.
Someone from that same developer,
All right, are we ready to move on to the next section here?
Sure. Why the heck not?
2nd of Monday, the 13th of June. We have Ubisoft. Or Ubisoft, depending on where you live in the world.
It depends on where you live, huh?
Yeah, I can't figure out if they call it Ubisoft or if they call it Ubisoft. What does Ubisoft say? Do they say Ubisoft or do they say Ubisoft? I say Ubisoft.
I say Ubisoft.
And I've heard it in multiple ways.
Yeah.
I've heard them talk it in multiple ways. I don't know. Anyway, so, pretty big list of stuff. Okay, I mean, we got For Honor.
Okay.
We have the Ghost Recon.
Ooh, I want to see For Honor.
I'm pretty excited about For Honor.
I remember seeing the original trailer, and I was kind of skeptical of it. It's like, how is it going to control? Okay, because normally I hate the controls for Ubisoft games. I'm like, ugh, I just don't like them. Usually it's a Rubik's Cube and a half.
They made it sound cool.
Yeah.
They had that big muscular guy get up on stage, and he'd be all like, we can parry and block and that kind of thing. He made it sound as if the controls were going to be solid.
Yeah.
I'm hoping they're not.
Again, people could argue that
style.
Assassin's Creed is completely solid.
I can't.
And the whole system is there. It's like, yes, this button will do a parry. This button will do a slash. The buttons are there.
I don't know. I am excited for Honor. I need to see more for it. I'm very skeptical. Yeah. Just because...
Well, I remember seeing Chivalry, and then I saw For Honor. I was like, oh, that wipes the floor with it.
Exactly.
Just kind of, sort of.
I'm very, very skeptical of Ubisoft titles. I'm
always skeptical.
I'm not a fan of their open world design with their maps with way too many missions.
I've liked Far Cry, but it's like they put all of the quality into the map design and the graphics and everything, and then almost none into
mission
gameplay.
Design?
Gameplay. It's like, why is this fun?
I would hope you don't have to ask that question.
Yeah. That's what I ask all the time. Assassin's Creed, the only reason you play it is for the assassinations. You don't play it for the time trial running on the roof.
The story? Some people play for story.
No, I play for story. Story they do okay at. They have a single player campaign. That's what you play it for.
Well, they have a lot of other games. They have a lot of other series under their belt. Mm-hmm. They have Ghost Recon. We just heard about that leak. Or was it a leak, or did they put out a trailer finally?
They finally put out a trailer.
Okay, a trailer. Not a Ghost Recon fan, but I'm happy to see that it's coming out. I know a lot of people are.
Hey, if it looks cool,
South Park, The Fractured Butthole.
I like how you said that. You just had to emphasize it.
I was trying to get it to emphasize the butt in the correct use, like they're supposedly trying to do.
No, you say South Park and The Fractured Butthole.
Anyway, I mean, I never got to play The Stick of Truth.
I didn't play it at all, but
it looked fantastic.
It did.
So, I mean, I'm excited about this one as well. Maybe I'll play this one. We'll see how that goes. Okay, The Division. I'm assuming we're going to get some DLC out of Ubisoft.
Yeah, I would like to see that.
They've been swimming in a...
they're going to be adding a new part of Manhattan. New part of New York.
Okay.
Yeah. So that'll be cool.
Tell me it's not already on the map.
I don't know.
I hope it's a new section. It's not already on the map. Anyway,
that'd be nice.
So I'm assuming we're gonna get DLC for that. I know that they're running into all sorts of bugs and that kind of thing. From what I've heard, played a little bit of the Division. I liked it, but again, it had that Ubisoft-ish issue where it's like you're just running around a map, you're completing a really boring quest.
Like I said, they put all of the effort into the world design and the graphics.
Yeah, it's like they're trying to make sandboxes, and I don't mind sandbox games. I love GTA 5. Beautiful. They did an amazing job for a story and then popped it on a sandbox game. It's like, you can't do that. What do you mean? You have a great story on top of a sandbox game? You can't do that. Watch Dogs 2, possibly?
I would like to see this succeed. I mean, I heard, like, Watch Dogs when it first came out, when they first showed it, I was like, wow, this looks really neat.
Who wasn't like...
I don't know. I don't think I was wowed by the graphics. I thought the idea was cool. I thought the environments were neat.
I should have assumed it would never be anything more than Assassin's Creed. I should have assumed that.
It's not Assassin's Creed. You just
it might as well be. It's just another Assassin's Creed-ish skin. I don't know. Ubisoft is weird. I swear to God, all they want to do is like put out these reskinned engines. Far Cry Primal is based on the Far Cry 3 map? Or Far Cry 4 maps? The entire map, if you put it on top of the Far Cry 4 map, all the rivers are in the same spot, the valley and everything.
No.
They reused the whole goddamn world.
No.
They redesigned it, but the whole geography, all the same.
No.
No kidding, you didn't know about this?
I never heard of this. Oh my God.
Perfect definition.
I don't
Ubisoft,
know if that's
saving time with
or
engines.
smart. I mean, I think it's smart, but I can't imagine the gamers liked it.
I'm not against it. I don't think a lot of people weren't against it because it was a lot of changes and it's still a whole new world. It's not the same thing, but it's completely different. But at the same time, I mean, what does it say about the company itself? We've seen their ports of their put-outs for Assassin's Creed. The level of quality they seem to be demanding out of their studios for Assassin's Creed. And then to see it also be happening on Far Cry.
Yeah.
I don't know. I have this thing against Ubisoft. I haven't enjoyed any of their games. I can't pick one up and enjoy it. I played Siege and it was like, okay, I guess.
Siege was...
And then I was like, no, I'd rather just go back to playing something else. Now Overwatch is out. I would never pick up Siege at this point. Not in a million years. There's no point.
Yeah, so many other things to play.
I don't know. And then... How much of Siege did I spend
Siege
sitting
should have been
in
a
a corner?
downloadable title for $40. That's what it should have been.
That's what I said.
I would have bought it. Didn't do it for that.
Are we expecting some dancing game?
Of course, that's here every year. Yes, they have a huge show, and it's like, just show me what the game is.
My next prediction, some Rayman-style platformer.
That has to be there.
Maybe not Rayman, but some kind of new platformer utilizing an engine, because they like to reuse their engines.
Yeah.
All their dancing games, all their Assassin's Creeds, all their Far Cry's.
Rayman thing is built on a Rayman engine. It is an engine, and I don't recall if they put
Rayman?
it out. I don't know if they put it out for third-party developers to actually utilize the engine. I don't remember. I could have sworn
There's no point. They milk those engines something fierce. Yeah. Oh yeah. Okay, I'm also calling out. They're going to show a trailer for Assassin's Creed 2017.
Absolutely.
Just get the hype going.
It'd be dumb if they didn't.
They're going to release a Rabbids app. Just saying. That they released the dancing app last year. Maybe they'll have an upgraded dancing app this year.
Yeah.
Who knows? Maybe they'll say Black It's all an app.
It's all an app?
The dancing game. Maybe it'll just be an app.
Ooh.
Who knows? We'll see. But I'm assuming there's going to be a Rabbids app. They have these characters. They're sitting around doing nothing. Why not make them an app? They're going to do it. They're going to do it. Anyway,
they can compete with Mitomo. Mitomo's not going so hot right now.
To finish up Ubisoft, is there anything we're hoping to see out of Ubisoft?
I'm not sure I'm ever hoping to see anything.
For Honor?
Well, yeah, that's
I want them
expected.
to succeed. I
want them to succeed, yes. For Honor, I am super excited for. I can't imagine it being a reskin of one of their existing engines. That's what I'm excited about. For them to develop something different.
That's why I'm also excited. That's the one I'm actually excited for.
Yeah.
I was excited for Siege.
Yeah.
Okay, and I also I'm not big on multiplayer communication. I play Lone Wolf, or I play with my friends in a party. Mm-hmm. Okay, so I mean, I wasn't expecting to go into Siege. I was like, I'm not gonna be able to talk to people because I'm just not gonna want to do it. Yeah. Maybe I'll get some of my friends in there to play. I also got to convince them to buy a $60 game that even I think should be $40. So that one was dead on arrival for me.
Yeah.
But that's Ubisoft for me.